Good afternoon, guys. I've got B for you. Titled Geographic Location Affects Health Risks in Older Adults. Okay, we're going to get into that for this afternoon's B. Let's get going, please. Here's an expanded, richer version that keeps your meaning intact while adding depth to the presentation. Okay, geographic location affects health risks in older adults. What the surrounding page content reveals. The surrounding page content makes a compelling case that place is not just a backdrop to aging. It is an active force shaping health trajectories. The research highlighted on the page shows that the risks older adults face are more profoundly influenced by the social, economic, and environmental conditions of the communities where they live. Geography becomes a kind of silent variable that can either buffer people from harm or amplify vulnerabilities. The key insights drawn from the page content. Health is shaped by more than biology. The article emphasizes that aging outcomes are not predetermined by genetics or individual choice alone. Instead, they're deeply intertwined with the characteristics of the surrounding environment. Factors such as local economic stability, access to nutritious food, opportunities for physical activity, exposure to pollution, or extreme weather patterns of substance use, chronic stress tied to work or caregiving. These vary dramatically from region to region, creating uneven landscapes of risks. The page content underscores that older adults living in communities with fewer resources face cumulative disadvantages that show up in their bodies over time. Yale researchers developed new tools to measure geographic risk. To quantify these disparities, researchers created two composite indices, Jerry State and Jerry County, that blend multiple social environmental indicators into a single measure of vulnerability. These indices allow researchers to allow researchers and policymakers to identify hotspots where older adults face elevated risk. Compared compare counties and states on a level playing field, understand how local conditions predict long-term health outcomes. The indices reflect a growing region that public health must account for place-based inquiries, not just individual behaviors. Older adults in disadvantaged regions face significantly higher risk. The page content highlights a stark pattern. Older adults living in the bottom 20% of these geographic indices often concentrated in parts of the South and West experience higher mortality rates, greater frailty, increased dementia prevalence, more disability, and functional decline. These aren't small differences. They represent structural inequities that accumulate over decades, shaping who ages with resilience and who faces preventable suffering. Geography influences recovery from major health events. One study on the page focuses on older adults undergoing major surgery, even when the procedure is the same. Recovery outcomes differ dramatically by county. This suggests that access to high quality post acute care, availability of caregivers, transportation, local hospital resources, community support systems all play a role in determining whether someone regains independence or experiences long term decline. Geography becomes a proxy for the strength or fragility of local care ecosystems. What the headline means in context. The headline captures a central truth emerging from the page. Geography is a powerful detriment of health in later life. Older adults' risks are not evenly distributed across the country. Instead, local conditions, economic, social, and environmental, and health related, shape who is most likely to thrive, struggle, or die prematurely. These studies aim to shift the conversation from blaming individuals to understanding the structural forces that shape aging. They also offer policymakers a roadmap for targeting resources to communities where older adults are most vulnerable. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a little break and I'll be back on shortly with C. So give me a few to do C, and I'll be back on with that for you. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.